Every month, he earns more. Every year, he gets promoted. Yet somehow, his bank account never really changes. He did everything the world told him to do. Study harder, work harder, earn more. So why does financial freedom still feel so far away? We've been told a bigger income is the answer. But what if that's the biggest financial lie most people still believe? So we started looking deeper. Not for another money trick. Not for a shortcut, but for a system. One investigation led us to a book that has quietly changed the financial lives of millions. Its name is I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And what if becoming rich has almost nothing to do with earning more? People rarely question this idea because it sounds completely logical. If I earn more, I'll finally become wealthy. That belief has shaped millions of careers. Longer hours, second jobs, endless promotions. Professional athletes have earned millions of dollars during their careers. Yet studies have found that a large percentage face serious financial problems only a few years after retirement. Mike Tyson earned hundreds of millions of dollars during his boxing career. Yet despite extraordinary income, he eventually declared bankruptcy. How does someone earn more money than most people could imagine and still lose it all? The answer is uncomfortable. Income was never the real problem. So we looked deeper. And that's exactly what Ramit Sethi discovered. People don't stay poor because they earn too little. They struggle because they follow a broken system. A bigger salary without a better system doesn't create wealth. It simply creates bigger spending, bigger obligations, bigger stress. Think about your own life. If your income doubled next month, would your wealth grow? Or would your lifestyle grow first? What kind of system actually builds lasting wealth? And that's where Ramit's most powerful idea begins. If earning more wasn't the answer, then perhaps discipline was. Most people believe their biggest problem isn't money, it's consistency. Next month, I'll finally start investing. I'll save more. This time, I'll stay disciplined. It sounds reasonable. But psychology reveals a different story. Researchers estimate that the average person makes thousands of decisions every single day. Some estimates place that number as high as 35,000. Every decision uses a small amount of mental energy. By the end of the day, your brain is tired. That's why so many people promise to invest tomorrow. And tomorrow never arrives. Ramit Sethi noticed the same pattern. The people who built wealth weren't always more disciplined. They simply removed the need to decide. The moment their salary arrived, their money already knew where to go. Savings, investments, bills, everything moved automatically. No debate, no temptation, no excuses. Because systems don't get tired. Systems don't lose motivation. Systems don't wait until Monday. The goal isn't to become more disciplined. The goal is to build a life where discipline is needed less and less. But how do you still enjoy your money without feeling guilty every time you spend it? That answer became one of the most powerful ideas in the entire book. People often believe that building wealth means giving everything up. No vacations, no coffee, no hobbies, just sacrifice for years. That's what traditional budgeting has taught millions of people. At first it works, for a week, maybe a month. But eventually, most people give up, not because they don't care about money, but because they're fighting against their own nature. A financial plan that makes you miserable isn't a financial plan. It's a countdown to quitting. Ramit Sethi saw this again and again. People weren't failing because they spent money. They were failing because they spent without intention. So instead of asking, "What should I stop buying?" He asked, what do you truly value? Travel? Spend on it. Books? Spend on them. Fitness? Invest in it. Time with your family? Protect it. But everything that adds little value to your life, cut it without mercy. That idea became known as conscious spending. Not spending less, spending with purpose. Ask yourself, if someone looked only at your bank statement, would they understand what matters most to you? Because once your spending finally reflects your values, you stop feeling guilty about money, and you start telling your money exactly where it should go. But how does that money grow while you're busy living your life? That's where the next lesson changes everything. Many people still believe that becoming a millionaire is mostly about luck, the right opportunity, being born at the right time. But those stories are rare, and they are not how most wealth is built. Real wealth usually grows so quietly that almost nobody notices. One investment, then another. This is the power of compounding. A small amount invested consistently doesn't grow in a straight line. It grows upon itself. Ramit Sethi argues that investing isn't reserved for financial experts. It is simply a habit, repeated long enough. Many millionaires drive ordinary cars, live in ordinary homes, and quietly follow extraordinary habits. They became wealthy because their behavior stayed consistent long after their emotions wanted to quit. That idea may sound familiar. In our last documentary, Psychology of Money, we discovered that wealth is less about intelligence and far more about behavior. Ramit reaches the same conclusion from a different path. Ask yourself, if someone watched your financial decisions every month, would they say you're building wealth or simply earning income? The greatest investors don't merely change their bank accounts, they change their identity. They stop saying, I should invest, and begin saying, I'm someone who invests. Wealth isn't something you chase. It's something your daily habits quietly create. At the beginning, the world told us to earn more, but perhaps that was never the real answer. A higher income without a better system changes very little. A better system can change an entire lifetime. Money has never been about numbers. It has always been about behavior, about choices, about the person you become every time money enters your hands. So before this documentary ends, don't ask yourself, how can I earn more? Ask yourself, what system will I build so every dollar has a purpose? Choose one lesson from this book. Just one, and put it into your life this week. Then come back 1 month later and ask yourself, did my habits begin to change? Because that's where wealth always begins. Not in your wallet, but in your daily choices. Thank you for joining Bright Shelf. If you enjoy documentary stories that challenge the way we think about money, psychology, and timeless ideas, subscribe and join us for the next investigation. Because the greatest books don't change the world. The people who live them do. We'll see you in the next documentary.